Alright, well, after that recap, you guys are all caught up to speed. Now we're going to soak this brick of cocoa coir. Usually you want to use about 3 to 4 times the weight of your brick, the weight of water. I'm only going to use about half the brick here, so I'm just going to shred this apart and break up the bigger chunks. It's a little more chunkier than I'm used to, but this is a brick I buy at the local Walmart. You can find bricks of cocoa coir there. They're about 3 pounds for about $6-7 at most. It's usually used for reptile bedding. Sometimes you'll be able to find cocoa coir over at the garden sections, but sometimes they're labeled infused or enriched with trich, which is the horrible green bread mold that you see when your shit gets contaminated. Yeah, try not to use that unless you actually plan on pasteurizing, which I actually don't plan on pasteurizing. So this is usually a better quality, or at least slightly cleaner for, once I was swept off the floor and compressing the bricks. The good thing about cocoa coir, though, is actually non-nutritive for the most part, maybe 1%. Some people actually prefer to wash it. I don't bother. The fact that the cocoa coir is actually non-nutritive is exactly why I'm able to do this without having to pasteurize or, God forbid, sterilize. That means a lot less equipment needed, and a lot less time, and a lot less power. So low tech is going to be the way to go for me. Unlike down below, as you see, I'm adding all these nutrients into a nutritive poor substrate. I'm purposely doing that here with higher amounts of grain spawn to make up for lack of nutrients. The fact that it's already colonized speeds up my colonization time, and the fact that I'm doing much higher rates, like say even 30 or 40%, makes up for it. You're only going to need to harvest 1 or 2 flushes before you toss it anyway. So almost immediately you can see that these jars are just packed with mycelium, pretty much beyond the point where you can break and shake, so I had to break this up by hand. These were ready to go after 3 weeks, but they had to sit there for another month until I was able to get the time and material to bring you this video here. So let's break this all up and mix it all on in. Try to get as even as possible. So this vermiculite I'm about to case with has been open to the elements for at least a couple years, so it's quite the bio load I need to pasteurize on out there. So we're going to use a 1% hydrogen solution to do a light pasteurization. More worried about slim molds more than anything, so that's going to take care of that. It's not going to hurt your mycelium mass or anything across the top of that when you put it on. As the peroxide is going to break down into water and oxygen over the course of a day or 2, and by then the mycelium will start to go through. We'll got about 6 ounces of mushroom here. We'll be slicing off the butt end of where the vermiculite is. At the farmer's market around here, these would have been worth about $20 a pound, so that's $8 just chilling right there. Just gonna toss the mushies right onto a hot frying pan there. Toss it around a bit. No need for any grease or water or anything. They'll self-lubricate and allows you to get that beautiful sear that brings out that earthy, nutty umami. And look at that. Starting to get that beautiful sear in there. Tossing in some shallot and some summer sausage. Summer sausage will yield the fat and the salt to season up the mushrooms and saute up the shallots. Splash of whiskey, all for the acidity, some deep flavor, and steam action to help render out that fat a little bit more. Just gonna wilt this spinach down with a fat handful of mozzarella. When that's all melted, we're gonna slap a slab of this on some pita bread and fold and eat. Let's go. Doesn't that just look dank? Look at that cheese. Hell yeah, there's gonna be a Mondo cheese ball at the end of this. Stick around and subscribe for more, y'all.